Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to Revival Stories. As always, excited po ako na makasama kayo at makapag-share ng mga ginagawa ni Lord sa amin pong kalagitnaan because we believe that we have been blessed to be a blessing. At para po sa gabing ito, nagpapatuloy tayo sa ating pinag-uusapan, what happens when the presence of God manifests in our midst. Kagaya po na na-explain ko last week, naniniwala tayo sa omnipresence of God, meaning that God is everywhere at the same time. Pero ito po pinag-uusapan natin ngayon ay hindi yung omnipresence, kundi yung manifest presence. Anong kaibahan? Well, simply, ang ibig po sabihin ng manifest presence ay ang presensya ng Diyos ay mararamdaman, ang presensya ng Diyos ay nagpapakita sa paraan na very tangible. At ngayon po titingnan natin ang isa pang bagay na nangyayari when the presence of God manifests in our midst. At yun po ay nagkakaroon ng programs in the church that are messed up. Let me just explain it to all of you. Ano pong ibig ko sabihin? Una, pag sinabi ko pong programs, well, it goes for all churches. I think na lahat ng mga churches ay may mga naihandang programs yan. Meron po na maraming mga churches, they have what they call liturgy or liturgical form of worship, which is to say, from the beginning to the end, from the processional to the recessional, nakasulat na po kung ano ang dapat na mangyari. Yun po yung program na sinusunod nila. On the other hand, meron naman yung mga non-liturgical churches na kung saan wala nga yung nakasulat na from processional to recessional and everything in between, ano yung gagawin, hindi nga nakasulat, pero more or less, may idea na po sila kung ano yung dapat na mangyari. Like for example, in our church, kami po non-liturgical. But we all know what's going to happen. First, there has to be the praise and worship. At meron pong given time yan. Halimbawa, 30 minutes. After the praise and worship, you have the opening prayer, you have the greetings, you have the announcements, and then after the announcements, you have the offering. After the offering, you have the message or the sermon, and then after that, you have the closing prayer o kaya naman altar call, and then you have the closing song. So more or less, meron na po talagang program na naihanda para sa church on that particular day. Pero ito po ang nangyayari. When the manifest presence of God comes, sometimes, regardless kung ano man yung program na naihanda, written or unwritten, God comes into the picture and He replaces the man-made programs with His own heavenly divine program. Yan po ang nangyayari sa revival. That when God comes, when the manifest presence of God comes, God takes away our man-made programs and He allows that His program will be followed in our midst. Ang totoo po niyan, sa Bible, hindi na po ito bago dahil mayroong story sa Bible wherein God actually allowed His presence to manifest in such a way na anuman yung pinlano ng mga tao ay nawawala. So for our episode tonight, I'm going to give you two stories. One from the Old Testament and the other from the New Testament. Alright? Unahin natin yung sa Old Testament. It is a reading from 2 Chronicles in chapter 5. It's the story of King Solomon dedicating the temple to the Lord. And here is how it goes. We start in verse 2. Ang sabi rito, Solomon summoned to Jerusalem the elders of Israel, all the heads of the tribes and the chiefs of the Israelite families to bring up the ark of the Lord's covenant from Zion, the city of David. And all the men of Israel came together to the king at the time of the festival in the 7th month. Take note po this is King Solomon, yung hari ng bansa, inviting all of the important people of Israel. This would be the cabinet members. Kumbaga ba sa ating konteksto ngayon, you have the very important people of the country coming together. Kumbaga ba, pagsamasamahin na ninyo lahat ng senators, lahat ng Supreme Court justices, lahat ng mga congressmen, all of these important people in the kingdom, they came together. Alright? What happens next? Ang sabi po rito, When all the elders of Israel had arrived, the Levites took up the ark. The ark is representative of the presence of God. Noon po sa Old Testament, pag nandyan yung Ark of the Covenant, they all recognize that is where the presence of God is. So, in short, they invited the presence of God in their midst. What happens next? Ang sabi po rito, let's move down, verse 7, the priests then brought the ark of the Lord's covenant to its place in the inner sanctuary of the temple, the most holy place, and put it beneath the wings of the cherubim. And then going down a bit further, ang sabi po rito, verse 11, the priests then withdrew from the holy place. All the priests who were there had consecrated themselves regardless of their divisions. All the Levites who were musicians, Asaph, Heman, Jeduthun, their sons, and relatives stood on the east side of the altar, dressed in fine linen and playing cymbals, harps, and lyres. So nagkaroon ng praise and worship. Ando lahat ng very important people, merong praise and worship. Ang ganda-ganda po na nangyayari. And then let's move down a bit further. Ang sabi rito, they were singing. Then the temple of the Lord was filled with a cloud, and the priests could not perform their service because of the cloud, for the glory of the Lord filled the temple of God. Narinig niyo yun? Ang sabi po rito, the priests could not perform their service because of the cloud. What's the cloud? That's the cloud of glory. Ang nangyari po, ganito, meron silang program. I mean, it's a given. This is a national celebration. You have the king right there, the most important people of the land were there, the priests were worshiping the Lord, and then, as they were worshiping the Lord, the presence of God came, the glory of the Lord came, and just like that, hindi na nila magawa ngayon yung kanilang pinlano na program. Why? Because the Bible says the priests could not perform their service because of the cloud, because of the glory. Ang sarap pong isipin ito, yung glory ni God nakasama nila. That's what we mean by the manifest presence coming. The presence of God came, and suddenly nobody could do what they were supposed to do according to the program. Imagine po ninyo ngayon, what if this happens in your church? What if this happens in our assembly? Na nagwo-worship tayo, may alam tayong plano, huy, dapat pagkatapos ng kantahan, nandun na yung sermon, But then again, you cannot preach anymore. Why? Because the presence of God has come. Huy, sandali, hindi ba dapat pagkatapos ng sermon, may altar call? Hindi Pumasok na si God. Nandun na yung presence niya. What happens next? God moves in our midst, and that way, the people get a close encounter with the Lord. Tell you what, people, what we want to see is that this will be replayed again in our time, in our day, in our churches. That God will just come, na maski ano pa yung ating naiplano na program, God can mess things up. Because you know what? In revival, sometimes God moves in such a way na hindi niya susundin yung program natin, siya ang masusunod. After all, that's why we call Him the Lord. Pag sinabi natin He is the Lord, that means He is the Master. Pag siya ang Master, siya ang masusunod. God can come when He wants, how He wants, where He wants, siya ang masusunod. At sa amin pong karanasan, when that happens, mas masarap. Dahil na hindi ito isang ginawa lang ng tao na programa, ito'y isang programa kung saan ang Diyos ang siyang nasusunod. And tell you what, God is always the best when it comes to programs. Nangyari na po sa church namin, actually medyo madalas-dalas din na nangyayari na meron kaming kantahan, and sometimes yung kantahan na yun goes for an extended period of time. And just when we think that the singing part is over, we just feel that the presence of God is still hovering in our midst. Like He does not want us to continue on to the next part of the program. Alam niyo yun? Sandali, may next part of the program. But then again, God says, no, you're not moving to the next part of the program. And you know what? we just obey God. Sige Lord, kung gusto mo pang mag-hover, gusto mo magstay dito sa part na ito, we're not moving until we see the cloud of glory move. Just like in the Old Testament, the Israelites would not move one step. When the cloud stops, when the pillar of cloud stops, they stop. When the pillar of fire stops, they stop. Why? Kasi po si Lord ang masusunod because He is God. We love it when God messes up our programs because then it means there's more life, there's more joy, there's more love, and there's more power.